Rob sat alone again at the same table at the same bar, drinking whiskey, thinking of everything but trying to think of nothing. He always knew he didn't want a job sitting behind a desk like the friend he said goodbye to today, where he had to wear a suit every day. But while he fixed his tie in the mirror, he noticed that he looked really good in a suit, and wondered how different his life would have been if he had done things differently. That's when he noticed Suzanne was there. He had forgotten that they had both known him, and so had she. He hoped she would notice him, and she did, but they didn't talk at the church. It had been almost a year, but it was still awkward seeing her. Every day he decided he needed to quit smoking, but when he woke up after a night of drinking, he discovered a new pack he had bought on the way home. "I'll quit tomorrow," he'd say. "Tomorrow's good." He didn't have many hobbies. He filled his time waiting tables and reading novels. Suzanne, however, had worked at a desk job since she was out of high school, and had tried every hobby from gardening to cooking to drawing to weaving. Today's service made him realize that putting things off was no way to live, and he would finally start working on his novel. Rob hadn't worn this suit in years, since Jim's wedding, but in the pocket he found a pen and a notebook. He wondered when that heart shape came to represent the human heart, and why it was associated with love. She knew she would find him here. They talked about the service and how it was better to celebrate that they knew him rather than to be sad that he's gone. He offered her his last cigarette, but remembered that she didn't smoke. They sat for a while without saying anything, but then something happened. They didn't know what they were doing, or what would come of their chance meeting that day, but they both knew that they were both going to be okay. This wasn't going to be over quickly. Damn, he thought. He really wanted to work on his novel. But he could always work on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's good.